Mmm. Holy wow.
Bruh.
You don't get a ton of oak. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right, whiskey fam, sit down and grab a dram and listen to the soothing sounds and the reviews by your boy Whiskey One. We are going to get into a very rare bourbon with all of you guys. So before we dive in, just a quick shout out to my homie John K, who let us borrow the bottle. It is going to be a special thing because we haven't even popped it yet. This will be a fresh uncorking live on this video. Let's get into the Old Fitzgerald, shall we? So cheers to all of you watching. And if you have this bottle, I would love to hear your thoughts on it too. Beautiful presentation. This is a special decanter, so I'm gonna take a little extra care with it. Now, as you might expect with something like this, it's probably a rare treat to find an Old Fitzgerald. I'm pretty sure you can stumble upon it on secondary. Usually folks have to enter a lottery or be part of a whiskey club or just spend a certain amount of money at a certain liquor store to be eligible. One of the things that I would like to share with you are my personal thoughts on getting a very rare bottle and what path you should probably take that's probably going to be giving you the most bang for your buck. But as we talk through that, I just want to show that color off. Wow. That has got a nice crimson brown color to it. Very, very oily. This is a 19-year-old, so you can expect it to have a little bit more, more fatty legs. Nice long fatty legs, stuff that sticks to the glass. This is my oldest bourbon to date. I haven't tried anything outside of the 18-year range. That was a Knob Creek 18-year, and by the way, that's fantastic. So this will be some of the oldest bourbon I get to try. So cheers to all of you. I'm gonna nose, get into this, and then soon taste. So one of the things I think I was going to expect was a nice heavy round of oak. Lots of oak, maybe a lot of spice on the nose. But honestly, I get more leather, more maple, caramel, and vanilla on it. You do get baking spices, and this is a wheated bourbon. So for all you that maybe don't know much about the Old Fitzgerald brand, a little bit of history. So originally created in the 1888 or something like that, 1800s, late 1800s, that eventually got bought out by Pappy Van Winkle during Prohibition. And then later, around 1999, this was later bought by the Heaven Hill Distillery. And now Heaven Hill runs the Old Fitzgerald brand. They make it out of the Bernheim distillery, and this is where you can typically find a lot of their wheated bourbons. If you've ever had Bernheim, I'd like to get your thoughts on what that tastes like. If you like it, you dislike it, if you feel like it's worth it. Also, one of the other brands that Heaven Hill makes out of that Bernheim distillery is your Larceny. So if you have a small batch, or if you have a barrel proof Larceny, that's where you're going to find a little bit of Old Fitz. Old Fitz is in that. So let's get into this. Holy wow. You don't get a ton of oak. I'm going to tell you that right now. You do not get a whole lot of oak. That is just a nice Kentucky hug of flavor. A little bit of cherry, a little bit of apple, a little apple pie, a little spiced apple pie. Very warming. That initial sip, it just hits different. This is nice. I'm gonna take a second sip because I'm kind of in a wow moment here with that first sip. Wow, this is very sweet too. Heavy lathered notes of caramel, maple syrup. Almost feels like a pancake bourbon or something like that. Man, this is super, super tasty. And for being a 19-year-old, I'm not getting that oak tongue punch. Like, this is not like licking a stave whatsoever.
Oh, gross.
In fact, it's just got those telltale signs of your, baking spices, but they're subtle. They're very subtle compared to most bourbons, which is, again, surprising for a 19-year. You do get, a nice little light touch of cinnamon. That finish, though, it hits you hard with that warming sensation, that like intensity. But what it doesn't do is hit you with a lot of like spice and aggression. I'm gonna take one more sip. And I'm going to give you my overall thoughts and impressions on this. Okay, third sip. More cherry, more fruitiness comes out. It's not a very long finish. This is all fruit forward, nice sweetness. You definitely get your sugar sweetness, brown sugar, maple, caramel. And it's kind of hard to pick out which one, but man, it's beautiful. And then it's just nice little light touch of vanilla right there on the tail. Just nice and sweet and gets right to the point. Doesn't pull any punches. Now, as far as who I feel that this bottle speaks to, well, I'm definitely going to say that the connoisseur, the whiskey connoisseur, is going to be the one that really goes after this bottle and should. You could certainly cheat and go right to the secondary market. You could go online, you could drop a couple grand. I'm pretty sure that's about what you're likely going to spend if you go that route. But in my opinion, I feel like this is a bottle that you want to earn. You want to earn this bottle. So what I mean by that is pick a local liquor store, pick a big box store like Total Wine. Become a member, do your due diligence, spend on the things that you typically are going to spend anyway. And as you shop, you'll find that, over time, you might get the hookup. When this bottle drops, that line just might be a little shorter for you. And I think that earning this bottle is probably where it's at, because you can typically find this bottle at retail about $2.69. You're going to do what you want anyway if you're watching, but I think earning this bottle is going to be right where it's at. And for you whiskey connoisseurs, I think this bottle speaks to you. So for all you guys watching, we appreciate all the support. If you're a first-time sipper, consider subscribing. Hit like, comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on this review, on this bottle, and on the overall channel. And if you are a return sipper, consider becoming a Patreon. That would certainly mean a lot to us if you're able to become a dedicated supporter of the channel. We certainly enjoy doing reviews, but we would really like to be able to travel to distilleries and do interviews and see where that goes. So cheers to all you guys that continue to support us. We really do appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, we'd love to see you guys come back time and time again. And here at Whiskey One, it's about the one you enjoy. Cheers.
Shut up and sit down.